Hi, Summer. I had a thought I wanted to share with you. I haven't been doing many of these because I decided to try to do a lot of these when you were really young and then start just talking directly to you about as much as I could once you were old enough. So anywhere between 3 and 5 is where I started to taper off, I think. Not shoot as many of these videos. And then since you've been 5, we've been having a lot of great conversations. So I haven't done as many. But I don't get to see you. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would say I don't get to see you enough. At least right at the moment, that's not what I'm saying. That's a debatable point. But what I'm saying now is that I have a lot of thoughts throughout the day when I'm not with you. I have a lot of thoughts throughout the week when I'm not with you that I really want to share with you. I feel a strong drive to share those thoughts and feelings and ideas with you. And so I decided to start shooting these videos again because I don't necessarily have a real good way to journal that for you. And a lot of those ideas just kind of get lost, in the air or, in thinking. And I don't really remember to get to talk to you about those when I do see you. So the one thing that I thought of today was I was reading Attachment Focused Family Therapy workbook. Really interesting book. Just in the first few chapters, I wonder if this is going to be a book that you will have seen a lot of down the road. But the one thing that really stood out today was the emphasis on playfulness. The Attachment Focused Family Therapy paradigm or model lists 4, I guess you could call them core values for the counselor. And the first one is playfulness. And I have a lot to say about that. Through time, at different times in my life, I've discovered how important playfulness is and realized how absent it's been for such significant parts of my life, and what that's led to, and the kind of struggle that's led to for me. So I've realized how that's been lacking, and I've really tried to push to find ways to enjoy life and be playful and have a playful, fun mindset. And it at times took a lot of work. Because I had built, my life had been formed without that so much that it then became difficult to build that in. But I've done it at different times in my life, throughout my youth and then later on when I've been older, and did a great job, I feel like, of that in my early 20s, I think. Really felt like I was shining in that way, incorporating a playful spirit in a healthy way in my personality, in my life. And I'm real upset about some experiences that I had that had discouraged me to have a playful spirit. And very much in particular was my experience with Christianity and how I was encouraged to embrace Christ's suffering and to let go of hope for joy in this world and put my faith in the joy of salvation after death through Christ. Looking back on that, I don't think, at least the way that I experienced it, I don't think that is a healthy attitude. I don't think that is a healthy approach to life. And for me, it wreaked havoc. I thought I was doing the responsible thing and becoming a responsible adult by tearing down the playful dimensions that I had built into my life, and tearing that out of my personality, tearing that out of my drive, trying to structure myself, trying to structure my day so it was more work-oriented, and also trying to resist sexual feelings, trying not to have sexual feelings, trying not to feel attraction to people, trying not to fantasize about those attractions and enjoying that, and hypothesizing possible good relationships I could have with people, with either friends or romantic partners, in a hopeful, joyful way. I was discouraged from doing that, it's debate that there's a lot of discussions that can take place around how and why that took place. But for me, it's important to point that out, that really was a bad experience for me in that way. But in that way particularly, and my studying this today really woke me up to that, or pointed that out for some reason, maybe because of the source, more than other sources have pointed that out to me. There's just how significant that experience has been for me throughout my life. And I'm not just blaming Christianity for it too. When I was a child, there were things about my life that just made it, there was not a lot of fun taking place. But in spite of the efforts that people made, there were joyful moments and there was joyful time. But anyway, my point now. Yeah, so the whole idea of having a playful spirit, holy cow, and I think you and I are doing great with that. I think that the priorities that I've tried to line up for you, as far as our activities are concerned, has made that a fundamental priority for you. I like the idea of having strength through joy. Thanks to my friend Barry, I like that term. But that's kind of the approach I'm taking with you very much. And so I guess I have mixed feelings in that I look back at my life and how much that's been absent, and I have sadness. But at the same time, I look forward in my life, and I sense the determination that I have to try to rekindle that playful spirit, and to really, and definitely in my counseling approach, and what a good thing that is. So I'm optimistic, and in spite of the pain of the past. But I wanted to share that with you, and I hope you find that interesting. I love you very, very much.